Bon appétit! Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. Fremde, étranger, stranger. Glücklich zu sehen, je suis enchantée. Happy to see you, bleibe, reste, stay. Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. Oh, cabaret to cabaret, oh, cabaret. Meine Damen und Herren, Mesdames et Messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the AmCham Business Breakfast and Conference Talent Matters. My name is Marsha Diesel and I'll be your host. Now, as much as I love being at the center of attention, today is, sadly, not about me. Which is weird, given that the title of this breakfast is Talents in the Spotlight. But I was told we're going to talk about talents in the business world, and well, that really isn't my area of expertise. So without further ado, I present to you two ladies. Aisha Vodnik, CEO of AmCham Slovenia, and Monika Lapanja, Director of the Center of Business Excellence at the Faculty of Economics, University of Ljubljana.
Masha, thank you. Good morning. AmCham Business Community celebrates and lives according to the 5 values: passion, trust, creativity, and optimism. And these are also the values that can be perceived in all of the projects. So with this, I would really like to congratulate to all of the best of the best. More than 30 projects this year enrolled, and 3 are the best. Of course, at the end, we'll know who is the winner. But for us, the winners are all. And I all think, of course, she only said 4 values, and which is the 5th one? Collaboration, of course. And if you go through the projects that are the winning projects, being ProPlus, working together with Spar and Formitas, being the Lidl, working together with Zveza Paraplegikov, or the project of Adecco and McDonald's, 2 companies working together. So collaboration is the key. And that's why I'm super happy that today with our friend, my friend, Monika, we are collaborating, and the business breakfast will be the good start for the great conference. So Monika, collaboration is something that we are both passionate about. Why?
Because we are like we are. And last year, AmCham, at this Best of the Best event, you had your values there, and we have to choose one. Do you remember this? And I chose collaboration. And I got a New Year wish that we would really like to organize one really, really good content-based event with AmCham. And before New Year, the wish is coming true. So today, we are really organizing together this day, and we will open different topics on talent management. It will be the day of sharing the ideas and knowledge. I'm really looking forward.
So as we put talents in the spotlight, let's go back to the talents and enjoy the day full of passion, enthusiasm, and collaboration.
Enjoy.
Thank you, Aisha and Monika. You're simply the best, which is also what we're going to sing to the winners of the Best program. So what is it all about? AmCham Slovenia members inspire the Slovenian and international business community by presenting their excellent business practices and projects. The Best program is a guide, an inspiration, and the transfer of new knowledge and positive business experience. In 4 years, AmCham Slovenia has come across 90 projects. So let's see who the finalists of the Best 2017 program are. ProPlus with the project Startaj Slovenia in category of innovation, a project that is changing Slovenia's business environment in an innovative way.
Najuspešnejši trgovec v državi, Spar, in največja medijska hiša ProPlus sta združila moči in podprla mlade podjetnike v najbolj inovativni oddaji do sedaj. Štartaj Slovenija. 26. september je bil najpomembnejši dan v življenju 12 izbranih podjetnikov. Leta razvoja, vlaganja in odrekanja so se končno obrestovala. Svoje inovativne produkte bodo kupcem ponudili na posebnih policah najuspešnejšega trgovca v državi in se v 10 oddajah na Pop TV predstavili vsej Sloveniji. In tukaj so ravno zato, ker so verjeli, da se da. Ker so verjeli, da gradijo svojo prihodnost.
Ker ti stranka napiše nazaj, ne vem, hvala, ker ste to ustvarili, ali pa hvala, ker ste dali ta produkt na trg in si rečeš, wow.
To počnemo za skupen cilj. Za boljše življenje.
Najbolj nor dogodek.
Za boljšo prihodnost.
To je poplačilo za vse.
In da najdemo nov hit produkt leta. Štartaj Slovenija.
Next we have Lidl Slovenia, Together in Battle, Paralympic Athletes and Lidl Slovenia in category of motivation. A story of inspiration and motivation, written by a company together with Paralympic athletes.
Kako ujameš navdih? Tako, da se prepustiš neizmerni, nepremagljivi energiji, ki jo izžarevajo neverjetni posamezniki in ekipe. Energiji, ki jo nosijo njihove zgodbe. Leto 2016 je bilo za Lidl Slovenija v znamenju navdiha. Poiskali smo ga v naših kupcih, naših zaposlenih in v družbi nasploh. Iskali smo tiste, ki nas navdihujejo, pomagajo, da rastemo, da se razvijamo, spreminjamo. Tako smo navdih našli tudi v prav posebni sponzorski zgodbi. Zveza za šport invalidov Slovenije, Paraolimpijskim komitejem, smo se odločili spremeniti predstave javnosti o športnikih invalidih. Medtem ko številni iščemo izgovore, da nečesa ne zmoremo, ali ne moremo, ali pa da čas preprosto ni pravi, športniki invalidi presegajo miselne prepreke. Trenirajo, zmagujejo, navdihujejo. Živijo svoje sanje. Njihova energija je prevzela Lidl Slovenija, naše zaposlene, naše kupce, slovensko družbo. Mediji so s svojimi prispevki podprli zgodbo o športnikih invalidih. Preko družabnih omrežij smo se dotaknili številnih ljudi in prenesli srčno podporo za naše športnike. Naši zaposleni so ponosno podprli nastopajoče na Paraolimpijskih igrah v Riju. Ob njihovem prihodu domov pa se je trlo navijačev. Tudi številni mladi invalidi so še bolj odločno stopili na športno pot. Zgodba o povezavi Zveze za šport invalidov Slovenije, Paraolimpijskega komiteja in Lidla Slovenija je več kot zgodba o sponzorstvu. Je zgodba o partnerstvu, ki ne pojenja, ki navdihuje, dviguje, motivira in spreminja. Vas, nas, svet na bolje.
And last but not least, Adecco HR and Alpe Panon McDonald's DL, CEO for a month in category of openness. A story about connecting generations and experiences.
tako da ste oboje u stvari izabrani.
Sva rekla.
Delo CEO-ja nedvomno ni enostavno, je polno novih izzivov in novih spoznanstv, vendar je še vedno delo, ki si ga želim zasledovati v prihodnosti.
Pa je mesec za mano. V tem mesecu sem se naučil ogromno o McDonald'su, o procesih znotraj korporacije, pridobil sem ogromno novih spoznanstev, po drugi strani pa sem dobil tudi uvid, da sem na pravi poti, da je mesto menedžerja pravo in da bi to rad počel tudi v prihodnje.
So now it is time for you to decide who is best of the best in 2017. Let me just say that we have already collected votes through Facebook voting and contributions through charity SMS donations. And now it's your turn. You were given a voting paper when you came in. The rule one vote per company applies, which means that each company gets only one vote and may vote only once, regardless of the number of participants at the event. Sorry, rules are rules. Now, please mark your number one project on the paper. You may mark only one project, the one which is, in your opinion, best of the best 2017. So choose your winner. Choose wisely, and don't take too long. You've got only 1 minute. Remember, pick only one, your winner. So, let's vote. The voting starts now. So, choose wisely and choose fast. And don't fight. So, is anyone still deciding? Huh? You don't have much time left. Half a minute. Any last minute changes? We all know all three projects are wonderful, so this is not an easy choice. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 sec. Oh, and it's done. The voting ends now. Thank you all for casting your votes. So, that is it. Your fate, my dear finalists, is sealed. Now I know you all want to win. Trust me, I do. But don't really worry if you don't. You're still the best. You know, I was on a talent competition once. I won't tell you on which one, but Branko Čakarmiš might know, if you know what I mean. I didn't win. Heck, I didn't even make the finals. But was I sad or disappointed? No. Because I did my best, and that was best of the best for me. You really can't compare one project to another, one talent to another. So don't take these competitions too seriously. In fact, don't take life too seriously, because life is just a cabaret. My cue. What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum, so come to the cabaret. Down the knitting, the book and the broom, it's time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum, so come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine, come hear the band, come blow a horn, start celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting. What good is permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away? Oh, life is a cabaret, old chum, so come to the cabaret. I used to have this girlfriend known as Elsie, with whom we've shared 4 sorted rooms in Chelsea. She wasn't what you'd call a blushing flower. As a matter of fact, she rented by the hour. The day she died, the neighbors came to snicker. Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor. But when I saw her lay down like a queen, oh, she was the happiest corpse I'd ever seen, truly. I think of Elsie till this very day. I remember how she turned to me and said, what good is sitting all alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum, so come to the cabaret. And as for me, I made my mind up back in Chelsea, where I'll go. I'm going like Elsie, start by admitting from cradle to tomb, it isn't that a longer stay. Hey, life is a cabaret, old chum. Oh, it's only a cabaret, old chum, and I love a cabaret. God, I need water or something. Thank you. It's too early for singing, but we're gonna do with this. So those were my 5 minutes of glory. And now we move from talent sings to talent talks. Let me present to you the head of the Department of Communication at the Faculty of Social Sciences, University of Ljubljana, and also partner and knowledge director at the Stratcom Communication Group. He holds a PhD from the London School of Economics and Political Science. Today, he will tell us all about the talent vocabulary for business. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Mr. Dejan Verčić.
I don't think that I will tell you everything about the vocabulary, but we are to talk about talents, and my sincere opinion is that talent is equally distributed among ages, but I have to talk about young talents. And what's wrong with the young generation here? That's what I was asked. And I would like to start with a question of how many of you know the actress I'm showing here? Okay, less than 30%, 30% approximately. How many of you would be able to name the character she's playing here? Okay. We are down to a little bit more than 10%, which shows that we have a sincere problem with understanding new generations. First of all, this is the business community here, and I'm a little bit concerned because you don't know that Jennifer Lawrence, which is the lady on the picture, is the best paid actress in 2015, 2016, and she will probably also the best paid actress in this year. So she's a serious businesswoman. That's one thing. Second thing, she's playing here a character which is called Katniss Everdeen, which is a kind of a symbol of two generations which are coming now as talents. Both Generation Y, the millennials, and the Generation Z, which finally is also called Generation K, as Katniss. Now, what do we know about generations which are coming now? First of all, they are said to be overconfident me generations. They are said to have a very short attention span. You can even see research saying their attention span is coming below 7 seconds. And they are said to be uncritical and conformist. So how can we use them as talents? To understand the question, we have to see who we are. And everybody knows who they are. Okay? That's us. That's the generation of the people sitting in here mainly. So here you have a nice couple who is coming from a completely different universe. You know, you have a businessman who had a generous father who paid for his education, who made his money by destroying other people's businesses, laying off people, who was a little bit bored, so he borrowed his friends, I think it was Porsche or Ferrari or whatever it was, went for a ride on Beverly Hills, found a nice hooker with long legs, rented a room in Four Seasons Hotel on Beverly Hills. They had several nice days there, and the fairy tale ends with the happy ending. You know, they got married, and they probably live happily ever after. So, the question of what is the relationship with the current generations, late baby boomers, Generation X, and the new millennial generations Y and Z, is the question of the relationship between this couple and that girl. What can we find about their lives from two of probably the most iconic movies of each generation? Here you have a classical fairy tale with very stereotypical gender roles, with very stereotypical ideas about how a person should go through his life and her life, how they should make money, and how they should live. A very structured, very unsophisticated life. You know, if you get bored, you can also, you take your private jet, go to San Francisco for opera. You can always do that in these fairy tales movies. So that's them. That's us. Very easy life. If we move to this life, we come to the one sentence that is characteristic for the whole series of the three movies and the three novels on which the Hunger Games are based on. It's survive. She has to figure out how to survive. And if we want to understand today millennials and Generation Z, we have to understand that they have to figure how to survive in the world we are living to them, and which is based on Richard Gere's destruction of everything around him. No? At the end of the day, if you remember, first of all, he made his money by destroying companies. Then he remembers, gosh, I have enough money. I don't have to destroy them anymore. I will become responsible now. I will devote my life to building companies, to sustainability. You know, we are all going to be nice now. But reality is, as Katniss finds out, the world out there is a little bit more complicated. She really has to figure out how to survive because the whole environment, natural environment, is going down. The social order is breaking down. She's finding governments and corporations trying to manipulate her through media. And also note the difference between media pictured in the Pretty Woman and in the Hunger Games. In Pretty Woman, one of the sexiest scenes is Julia Roberts reading a newspaper just with a tie around her, if you remember. So you have a newspaper in the focus. Millennials and Generation Z, they don't even understand what the newspaper is. They don't read newspapers. It's an outdated concept from completely other world, from the old movies, as you can see. So we have to start learning really what is happening with this new generation. Just last night, I found out a new report on millennials in the workforce in the communication business, from which I'm coming, in the United States. Now, first of all, in the United States, millennials are already the largest age group in the workforce. 35% of all employees in the United States are now already coming from the millennial generation. They, for themselves, say that they are highly committed to work and that they are working hard. Over 80% of them in communication business are saying that. When asked about them, when their managers are asked about them, less than 0.5% of managers agree with that. Now, either one of the groups is lying, or they simply don't understand each other. And I'm prepared to bet for the second one. So when we are thinking about Generation Y and Generation Z, we still have, we again have to remember what are their major characteristics. They're overconfident, me generation. They have a short attention span, and this short attention span is coming because of those gadgets. It started with computers, moved to the tablets, now it's on iPhones. And they are said to be uncritical and conformist. There is only one problem with this generally accepted definition of the new generation. And that is that that definition is over 2,000 years old. It was written by Plato in his Phaedrus when he was complaining that his students are starting to write and read. Because if you, instead of learning by heart what your teacher is saying to you, and you start relying on reading and writing, your memory is going to decay. So you're going to, lose your attention span because you don't have to listen to elders anymore so seriously. Because I can always check it later in what I have written down. You're becoming much less critical because you're not prepared to debate anymore. The dialogue is not so lively as it used to be because, again, you can go home and you can read by yourself. And the problem older generations always have with youth is that we have a feeling that we cannot control them. Those of us who have kids, we know that you can control them only so far. And more you try to control them, more problems you're going to have. So the real problem with our understanding of the new generation is not how should and how can we work with them. The real problem is us. How can they work with us? We are those in the penthouses of the Four Seasons hotels, looking down and at them who are trying to find their ways around, well, suburbs of Los Angeles. If, for those of you who have been to Los Angeles understand what I'm talking about. So they're trying to figure out how to survive there while we are complaining and drinking our coffee. And we, as you remember, Richard Deere had the problem to go on the balcony because he was afraid of the height. So we don't even approach the balcony. We don't look even at them. But up here, we have serious concerns about them. And this is the problem with the new generation. It's us. So we should start rethinking the way we are approaching them, because it's us who is closing the door to them. And we should figure out how we can start learning from them, because they know many things about the world much better than we do, because we were born in a fairy tale. And we've spent most of our lives in the fairy tale times. You know, everybody remembers, before the crisis hit, it was wow. It was great. We were washing with money. There was so much money we didn't know what to do with it. So now they have to figure out how to live without it, and they know how to live without it. We don't. And we have problems how to open doors for them and how to learn from them skills they have for tomorrow, which probably we miss. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane, it was too good, I can't even speak right now, for all the interesting insights. For the record, I know who Jennifer Lawrence is. Heck, I want to be her. But okay, it's not about me, it's not about me. Remember me if I forget. Okay, we have another talent talk for you. Our next speaker is a law school graduate from the University of Ljubljana, a Harvard Law School graduate in international financial law, a doctor juris in European direct tax law and tax policy, currently Deputy VP of Legal Affairs at Equipa 2, Outfit 7, AmCham Top Potential of the year 2012, and leader of the Snowball Group 2.0. Wow. The one and only super talent, Mrs. Nana Šumrat-Slavnić.
Thank you, Masha. With that introduction, it almost makes me nervous. Hello, and welcome also in my name. So who is talent in the business? We had some very interesting thoughts of Dr. Vercic, and I think that was a very helpful introduction also for me. So who are talents in the business world is a question that I ask myself many times, because many times it seemed in the past that, you know, the skills that I possessed didn't really matter, because I just needed to fill a role within a company. So it was a set of skills that was preset, and if I had more skills or less, that was my problem. So basically, if I think of talent, it is necessarily that we think of three levels: individual, company, and society. So this is something that we are very seriously discussing also at Snowball 2.0. I'm supposed to be the leader of it, but I have great help of my colleagues who are there to think good and happy thoughts with me about talent. Okay, so as Dr. Vercic said, in the past, it was fairly simple to define, or seemingly very simple to define, who a talent is. That would be a person who's the most efficient in their role, who makes the most profit in the least time, or with least means, or at least with given means, the maximum profit that they can have, at least in multinational corporations. So how did that make one feel, especially younger generations? It's like, more or less, you feel this is the role that is preset for you, and you do it. If you have more skills, sometimes you can succeed or be, let's say, more efficient than others, but basically, that was your role. Nowadays, we see with agile working place, and also with the agility, such as I think Dr. Vercic, like Jennifer Connelly, think about that. I personally think it is about survival, but also about everything else. It's about individuality. It's also about charisma. It's about how personally you influence the role you take and play. So basically nowadays, of course, it is very important to have all those technical skills, to be efficient, to be agile, to have open mind, but also an open heart. So I think, and I think that, pretty much the Insnezhna Kepa, the snowball, we agree that all those people skills are important just as well. Grit, charisma, engagement, acting as an intermediary between people, inspiration. So these are words that a few years ago would not necessarily be connected to talent, but to something else. So, I mean, if we look at this chart, I was actually quite interested when I read this one. So 85% of also financial success actually depends on the type of relationship we have with people at work, only 15 to technical skills. Obviously, it depends much on the industry we're discussing. If you work in a lab and you're a lab scientist, obviously your technical skills are very important, but also how you engage with your team and how you enhance their capacities and how you motivate them. But it makes me think of another thing. It's not just the past and the present, it's also the type of goals we set. If profitability and technical skills are more important on a short term, on a long term, it's really the relationship. It makes me think also of that, yes, Harvard study, but still, I think it's quite reasonable, saying what brings happiness in life. And it's supposed to be a very, very long study that took over 20 years to find out what makes us happy. And the answer is the same, it's relationships. So if we discuss sustainability and also, let's say, agility of the new workforce, and they're very agile, and they move a lot, and they tend to change working places, what makes them stay? What keeps them happy? It's the good relationships they're in, privately, but also personally. Privately, personally, and professionally. So basically, if we discuss talent nowadays, and I'm sure HR professionals who will follow me on this speaker stand will tell you more about this, it is not just the technical skills and the specialist, it is more of a hybrid composition that we're looking at. A person who's agile enough to both lead the team and use their technical skills. This is what we consider talent at Snowball Group 2.0 as well. So who is the person who you would consider a talent? Is it just a technical person who knows the craft to the bits, or also somebody who motivates and has great and incredible engagement, and possibly combines work and life balance as well? The chances are that the second topic will be much more successful. So, and the things that we thought about is change, the generating change, meaning upgrading the knowledge that is already there in a role and make it personal, make it enhanced, more valuable, and to add something additional that wasn't there before. And this is just given to the personality that the person occupying the role has. So it is upgrading what is already there in place and make it better, or make it larger, enhanced. And to intermediate, this is very important. We need to be engaging. A talent needs to engage people. Working as a team is more valuable, let's say it's more of a valued work now than it ever used to be. I had various different jobs in my life, and I can tell you that working in a team has never been more important than now. It is really adding value to each other and to how we combine that to make the perfect product or the perfect service. So also, this is something that an individual that is considered talent nowadays should look at. And this serves their agility, their willingness for change, and their willingness for versatility. Okay, so this is the individual. Still, if we discuss business, we need the company, or at least the business environment that this person works in. And it seems much easier to discuss scientists, musicians, sportsmen, because there it seems quite easy to determine what talent is. You may disagree, especially if you're a professional in those, let's say, industries. But in a business environment, the talent management and talent placement is tightly connected to how the working environment is. And so here, I'm sure, again, HR professionals will be much more skillful about this than I am, but I can speak only from personal experience. Talent left alone can be fantastic, but if they're not deployed and not properly managed and enhanced, they will most probably either leave the working place or will not be considered as talents at all. So one thing that the employers, that are careful and considerate, and I saw some of the very inspiring ideas also in the best of the best competition, is you need to know what staff you're looking for, and you need to know your staff, you need to know your employees, know what motivates them, what worries them, what keeps them up at night, what makes them stay in the team, and what motivates them personally. What is their personal value? So basically, first is the due diligence. You make your, staffing needs, you look at them, and you understand who you're looking for and who you have in front of you. So both at my current job and in a past job, we had the SDI, this is Skill Deployment Inventory. So basically, almost like a personality test, but it helps a lot to understand who the person is and what motivates them. So it's very important to know your staff. After you hire them, it is more important than hiring is how you maintain them and how you retain them and what is the retention. So here, more increasingly than ever, it is important to provide an overall environment and a personal career path. So it means that we have to, let's say a talent would require a supportive environment, some incentives, but also professional and personal development. I'm not discussing babysitting here, obviously. So it is the talent that must fill the role with proper responsibility, but it helps in terms of retention to have this. So if companies are aware of their talent management, they can only do better and better. So the talent is enhanced personally, but also the company is much better. And I think especially Outfit 7 is a great, great example of that. So if we touched individual, and obviously the greatest underlining is on the individual themselves and company, we also have to have talent valuation and enhancement in the society. Here in Slovenia, we have a great system of education because it's accessible to all, but also in terms of values, it is important that we acknowledge success and that we're not afraid of it, that we enhance it, and that we think, that we congratulate to success. Not just financial success, but also personal success, and that we consider that as motivation for others, not as something that we would rather not see around us. So basically, my point and what I wanted to say today to you is both individual skills, extraordinary skills of talents, and here I have to agree. Talent is someone who has extraordinary skills compared to average, but those need to be properly placed in an environment and properly valued to be considered that they can grow and they can inspire others. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nana. This was amazing. Yes. So that's all for this week Talent Talks. Stay tuned. And we're moving on to our next morning show, the Talent Quiz. We are going to do a quick change of hosts here. So I would like to invite to the stage another business talent, Mart Buch, the co-founder and managing director of Language Sitter, which is a premium language school for busy professionals such as yourselves. Not that I'm advertising or something. Mart is an active member of our Young Leaders Club and was a top 5 super finalist in the race for Top Potential of the Year 2016. So please give a warm welcome to your host for the Talent Quiz, Mart Buch.
Thank you, Masha. Thank you for the advertisement. There's not going to be any from now on. So, good morning, everybody. I hope you can help me with a short exercise. Now, I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking, finally, there's a guy on stage who's talented enough to recognize our need to stand up and stretch our legs, right? So please, could you do me the favor and stand up? Yeah, sir, you're excused, of course. Okay, now that we're all up, listen carefully. Everyone who thinks they don't have any talent whatsoever, feel free to sit down. You're talented. Okay, it was just a test. I wanted to see if we can fill the room with talented people. You can, of course, sit down now. It doesn't mean you're not talented, just the exercise is over. I've been an entrepreneur for the last 5 years, and it's been challenging sometimes. You need grit, you need courage, you need talent if you want to succeed. And it's not enough just for you to be talented. You need a talented team. I think that Language advertising again would not be what it is if it wasn't for our really, really talented language trainers. But it takes hard work to attract and to nurture and to motivate talent. And I'm about to introduce to you a group of 4 individuals who are all fortunate enough to be working with teams within their organizations, teams that are really, really talented, the best of the best. And we invited them here today so they could share with us their secret recipe to share with us what you need to do to attract, to develop, to manage people who are really, really talented. So without any further ado, let me first welcome to the stage Ms. Lea Tkalec, Head of HR and Payroll at Lidl Slovenia. Big round of applause. Hi, Lea. Now,
hello.
When I say talent, you say?
Hard work.
Very good, good answer. Please take a seat. Next with us, Mr. Miro Smrekar, Managing Director at Adecco HR. Hi, Miro. Now, you develop talents for a living, right? So what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word talent?
Luka Doncic.
Basketball, very good, very good. Please take a seat. Please welcome Mr. Srđan Krumpak, Managing Director at Alpe Pannon McDonald's DL.
Good morning.
Hi, Srđan. What's the first thing you associate with the idea of talent?
Skilled, energetic, moving forward, think about future.
That was one thing. Very good. You're talented.
In the 4 things.
Please take a seat. Now, our 3 guests are used to identifying new talents, and they can mostly do that in the comfort of their own offices. Our 4th guest, however, is a bit different because he has had the unique opportunity to also publicly determine whether Slovenia has actually got talent. So, please welcome to the stage Mr. Branko Čakarmiš, Programming Director at ProPlus. Hi, Branko, welcome.
Hi.
Now, be honest. When I say talent, you say golden buzzer?
No, I say go talent show. But in my business is passion.
Passion. Yeah. Good answer. Please take a seat. Now, as this is a quiz, we need to look at the rules of the game first. They're pretty straightforward. Now, when I ask a question, you have to push the red button in front of you in order to answer, okay? If no one presses the button, if no one presses it, I get to choose the person who answers the question, okay? You will have 45 seconds to answer your question, and please try to stay on topic, try to use your designated time well. After your time is up, you will be rudely interrupted by a sound that we're about to hear. Can we hear the sound? You know that sound, right? Okay, after you finish your questions, your colleagues will have 30 seconds to also add their thoughts and remarks on the topic. Everything clear? Yeah, and remember, the quiz is not out to get you. There are no wrong answers. So, let's see what we prepared for you. Let's start with the short and easy question for all 4 guests. Who, in your opinion, is the one single greatest talent to ever come out of Slovenia? Disclaimer, not really an easy question. Who wants to go first? And the button works, which is good. Try to be talented enough to imagine that when you press the button, you hear a really good sound. Miro.
So I will go with Luka Doncic because I believe that the story that he's giving to us is the same that we have in the business life. So he was detected, labeled as a talent at a very early stage, took a brave decision to go out of the comfort zone, worked hard. In between he won championship, but guess what? Real will lose him. Talents go where the top leagues are played. And we have to, of course, make the best of the time we have the talents in our house.
Thank you. This was supposed to be a short round, so if you want an explanation, you can explain, but please just give me a person. Give me someone who's the biggest talent.
Actually, I don't know if I remember the name correctly, but 1 year we were at sea with my family, and my sister was going crazy about mentioning one inventor from Slovenia, near Bled. I think it was Mr. Florjancic.
Yeah, Peter Florjancic.
Who invented everything.
Everything, right.
And he's Slovene, so.
True.
Yeah.
I met the gentleman. He's a really, really, really nice gentleman.
It's very difficult for me because I'm not from Slovenia. But I can agree with Miro that Luka Doncic, yes, it's hurting me because I'm from Serbia and we lost the game, you know, but okay, I can admit that he is right.
Thank you. Branko?
I will choose somebody from my field. I would say Mitja Okoren, director, because he was not enrolled in Slovenian faculty. He was not recognized as a talent. Basically, he was recognized as a pain in the ass in Slovenia. And he made it. He shot his first Hollywood movie. This was his childhood dream.
Very good. Good choices. Moving on to our first real question. Does Slovenia have the talent to attract top talents? Who wants to go first? Press the button. Don't be afraid. Well, I mean, we do have all day. Oh, the button works. So, Miro, you will have 45 seconds. Then everybody else is going to have 30 seconds to add their thoughts.
I'm optimist, and I believe that Slovenia has a talent. Of course, we are a little bit shy to use it, to express it, to let it go. It was mentioned before. So we are the oldest, and the newest are coming. So when do you allow new talent to take your position, or when you're able to move a step away to give them a chance that they deserve?
Great. We can move on. Lea?
I would like to add that for the most international companies, Slovenia is always like a microcosmos. So it's manageable from size, and you can try out everything. So we are actually an ideal test ground for bigger companies or countries. So I think therein lies our talent. We know everything. We just have to try it.
Thank you.
I can say that I'm working in a company with a lot of young people. Average age is in our company it's a little more than 26 years old, and I am seeing daily 1,000 talented people in our restaurants. And really I can say that there is a lot of talented people, and sometimes it's a problem in us that we are not giving them enough chance to grow.
Branko?
In our industry, the challenge is that there is not enough young, talented people. Therefore, we are open to talented people from other countries in Europe. And as more we are going to produce local content, the more we will have a need for young Slovenian talent as well.
Thank you. My next question is, what do you do to attract, to develop, and retain talent in your companies? Who wants to go first now? There's a bit of delay, but it works. Very good.
Okay, when we talk about talent, I think that we need also to talk about talent management. What we have done like organization, that means, you know, how all way of thinking, hiring, retaining, developing, and taking care about young people and talent in organization. I can say that we are doing a lot, and also it's giving chance to them, and not afraid. Yes, sometimes, you know, in management team there, you know, this old generation, and sometimes we are afraid that somebody young will come and take our place, but without this, I don't think that any business can go forward.
You have great timing, excellent timing. Branko, do you want to go next? You don't have to.
No, I would skip.
Very good. Lea?
I would like to, just to add, what we did at Lidl Slovenia is to increase our visibility. So talent is out there. How should this talent see if we are the right fit for them? So what we did is we did employer brand. We started very intensively to communicate our employee value proposition. That means if you come to Lidl Slovenia, what is awaiting you, what talent can you use?
You can finish your question. You have Branko's time.
What we also did is we started to communicate our values. So what kind of person will have a feel-good feeling if they come to our company?
Okay.
Maybe just a small thought on this. I think you have to speak about it and speak about it openly. So go around, walk to your offices and ask for the feedback. I think that we can all find very motivated colleagues that are sometimes stopped by business reasons. It's always true that there are business reasons, but once you start talking, you will find that you give a project, you give a field that you start with, and then nice things happen.
Okay.
We need, of course, variety of talents, off-cam, on-cam, different profiles, different professions. So the most important thing for us is to create an environment where those profiles can share their passion, talents, skills, knowledge. Without that, we cannot produce actually anything.
Okay, thank you. Now we're moving on to our rapid fire round of quick questions. There's going to be 3 questions. You don't need to press the button. Was that for me? Do I need to leave? Well, question number 1. How many talents from the world of business have been a part of the AmCham Young Professionals program up till now? Does anybody know? Well, I'm proud to say that the number is 880 and it's growing every year. Second question, how high is Slovenia on the Global Talent Competitiveness Index 2016-17 in terms of its ability to attract top talent? Does anybody know? You shouldn't answer because you know. You did the research, right? Well, it's ranked 53rd. We're working on it, right? That's why we're here today. My third question is, how many times has the word talent been used in the Slovenian parliament this year? Does anybody know? Can anybody guess?
3? Just wording or really?
Yeah, how many times has the word been used? 21 times. 21 times in 2017. But the data is 3 days old. Maybe like in the last 3 days they did something. Can anyone guess how many times we've used the word today here at this business breakfast? Well, how many times? 50. Well, we'll see. I asked Špela Pirc, one of our AmCham Young Professionals, to keep count. So, Špela, where are you? Can you give us the number? 91. Well, very good. Let's move to the second part of our quiz. Now, here's a task for all 4 contestants. You're all here because you have great teams. Now, please use this wonderful 45-second opportunity to address your teams, to tell them what you appreciate about them, what you like about them, what you value most about them. Who wants to go first? Some public recognition. That's what some of us live for.
I think I appreciate mostly the passion, devotion to the projects, to the brand, to the channel, to the work. And we have a very relaxed atmosphere in our company, which at the end shows also on the screen. Without that, you cannot entertain.
True.
Can I scale?
Sorry?
Can I scale this question?
No.
No.
Please
okay.
tell your team.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say thank you to my team because it is and will not be easy to work with me. And
is that true?
That's a reality. What to do? And really, I appreciate everything what you have done because we really did a lot in the last 2 years, and we developed a lot of people. And at the end, we grow our number of employees in our company for 50%, which is not easy task to do. And once again, to everybody, thank you.
Well, I work with my colleagues in a large multinational company, which is also sometimes not the very creative space to do business in. What I always appreciated is this unsaid rule that we have on many, many kickoffs of many, many projects, that if somebody at the end just looks at you and you see this mischievous smile, like, let's do it some other way, let's change. Let's be the voice, not the echo. Let's do it. Thank you for that.
I would like to thank the lady that is right now texting, Viviana, for pushing this idea so far. And without a partnership with McDonald's, we wouldn't be able to do it. So thank you, Sergio. Thank you, Petra. And without Tim and Anna, we wouldn't be able to sit here. Ilya is also a nice product of the project, which we didn't know what was in the beginning, but seems to be happy, young, and promising candidate. And Spela and Jascha from Adecco as well to help us to find the best candidates for us and for you, of course.
You and your crew have 5 minutes, and then it's my turn again, okay? 5 minutes.
Okay, I just wanted to ask Flight Control how much time we have. But okay. This is not your show. Now it's my show for the next 5 minutes, and their show. Sit down. Okay, since we're obviously quickly running out of time, here's my final question. Drum roll? No? What in one word is your biggest talent? And you can, of course, show us. I mean, if it's singing, dancing, we'd like a quick performance. If it's knitting or baking, then you can do it here. Lea, you want to go first? No, you don't. You don't. I mean, I can go first. You all got up when I asked you to get up, so you must have a talent.
Till you don't have karaoke here, you know.
We do actually.
I think that maybe I'm wrong totally at the end, but I think working with people, this is my biggest talent.
Okay. Can the team confirm that? Yes? Okay. Because before you were complaining. Great. Thank you, Serjan.
My answer would be what he said.
Talented?
Karaoke?
Very good.
I would choose trust and collaboration.
Okay. Can you elaborate on that? You don't have to.
It's difficult to do it in a moment, but in the period of moments, of course, your team will tell you if you did what you promised and if you enable them to do the best of their possibilities as well.
Okay, thank you. Branko?
In business, I would say skill to be silent and to listen.
And terrify people while doing that, right? Well, I thank you all very much for being here with us this morning. I suggest we get back to our tables, have some coffee, and leave the stage to Masha, who is a great musical theater enthusiast and performer. And Masha, we're ready to be dazzled once more. Thank you.
Thank you, Mart, for jumping in to my show. I don't have much dazzling left to do because we have more important tasks now. It's time to find out who is best of the best in 2017. I would like to invite Nevenka Kržan, President of AmCham Slovenia, Aisha Vodnik, CEO of AmCham Slovenia, Nina Marinšek, Best of the Best Program Manager, and Marjan Beltram, Director of STA Putovanja, to join me on stage and announce the results. But first, I'll give the word to Aisha.
Yes, because before we really find out who is the best of the best 2017, let us go back 1 year and remember who was best of the best 2016. And that was Dan Fostrata. And with that, I would like to invite Gaspar Hren to join us briefly and tell where the 24 idea that won last year, what happened with that. And I'm so proud that also Gaspar is part of the AmCham Young Professionals community last year among the top finalists. But this is not the case why we have invited him now. So Gaspar, what happened with the idea that you've started with your team in Slovenia?
Yeah, thank you. First, I would like to congratulate all three teams for their project, for the path that brought you here. Well, we won last year with the 24 idea, which is bringing entrepreneurship and startup environment inside big corporations. And in this reward on the best of the best gave us a confirmation and wings to go further, to explore. And now, exactly 1 year after we won this award, we have so much more to show. We have been 5 people driving this car for the 2 years, and now we are 30. We are just 30 people now, and we have a so-called Future of Work initiative inside the company, inside AmFOS, which is becoming a movement where we would like to invite all employees that they can co-create the organization, the environment, and that they can be creative, and we are building up a space where also the mistakes are allowed and they are acknowledged. So this is so it gave us a lot of opportunity, and we are now here growing bigger and having fun on the way.
Gasper, thank you. I think this is a round of applause, right? So knowledge, passion, and innovation from Slovenia.
Thank you, Aisha and Gasper. And now, Nina, we would like to know about the rewards.
Masha, as we've already told today, Best of the Best program was designed to inspire. And throughout the year, we've met so many inspiring projects. And I would like to thank not only to the teams who created them, but also, first of all, to the AmCham Best Practice Academy for being ambassadors of good practices. Can you raise your hand so we can see you? And also to the supporters of the Best program and partners. So the biggest supporters are KPMG and Goodyear, so thank you for that. And speaking about the rewards, what better reward than knowing that it is you who is the bigger inspiration, it is you who is the real example in the shift of the mindset, which everybody is talking about. That it is you who improves tomorrow with your work and your ideas, that you're a role model, that you're simply best of the best. So I think this is the biggest reward, and I would again like to thank you to all 3 finalists for making such wonderful projects. And thanks to STA Potovanja, the winner will soon fly to the US as well, and the winner will become also AmCham Slovenia patron member. Masha.
Those are some fancy rewards. But before I have to tell something more, sorry. The winner will be determined on the sum of 3 equal parts of voting. Facebook voting, charity SMS donations, and your votes, cast today at the AmCham Business Breakfast. In the case of a tie, the president of AmCham Slovenia, Nevenka Kržan, will have the casting vote. So, Nina, let's now find out who is the winner of Best of the Best 2017. You already know the results, don't you?
I do, and I'm eager to share them with you. The first 2 parts. According to the Facebook votes, the winner is ProPlus with Startaj Slovenija. According to the SMS charity votes and donations, the winner is also ProPlus with Startaj Slovenija.
Let me just tell you that Charity December goes on. Fundraising lines will remain open until December 22nd, 2017, with each message sent to 1919. With the text Best One, you will donate €1 to a humanitarian organization selected by the winner of the Best 2017. And now we are really, really curious who the overall winner is. So I kindly ask the president of AmCham Slovenia, Mrs. Kržan, to reveal it to us.
Dear members, dear guests, dear Best of the Best participants, thank you very much that I can be here with you today. It was a great event. We had great speakers, great hosts, great quiz participants. Masha already shared with you one secret which I wanted to do. That is that in case that there would be two equal results, I would have to vote. And it would be an unbelievably difficult task for me. So you all, and the Facebook and the SMS votes did it for me. So I would like to reveal that best of the best and announced Best of the Best 2017 Pro Plus. And big. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I've ever met. I would like to give you the membership spectrum.
And we have the winner. Congratulations, and please tell us to which humanitarian organization are you
The
going
donation
to?
goes to Hiša Zavetja Palčica Grosuplje.
Oh,
I would
great.
like to thank also our partners Spar Slovenia and agency Formitas. Over these 2 years, when we launched this project, actually became a movement. We helped over 20 entrepreneurs, startups to become very, very successful in a retail store. Nevertheless, we also produce a TV show which generates very high ratings. All the best also to other two super finalists with your excellent project, and thank you AmCham members for the award.
Thank you. So, we have come to the end of this breakfast. Our bellies are full of food, our minds are full of new knowledge, and our hearts are full of joy because of all the talent surrounding us. I wrote that. I guess I have a talent for sentiment too, huh? But now I would like to invite all of you to show some more talent. This time a sporting one. There was a lot of talk about Luka Doncic, so I would like to invite you to awake the inner Luka Doncic in you and go over there to the basketball court when you can shoot the ball like a true Slovenian basketball champ. Can you do that? Huh? I invite you to do that. I congratulate the winners once again, and I would like them to come to the court too and show us if they are best of the best there too, right? So that's all from me. I had lots of fun. I hope you enjoyed this breakfast as well. Goodbye and stay talented.